I'm Sandra, KANG, I'm 35, and I'm the owner of the vegan and eco-friendly dancewear brand SMK in Korea. I studied fashion design in Paris, where I graduated in 2008. The first time I came to Korea was actually upon invitation of a friend. I never really planned going myself to Korea, but I still remember the first time I arrived at Incheon airport, and it was really brand new world. Very exciting and like something I've never seen before. I've done a lot of different jobs in Korea, like marketing manager for fashion brands, communication manager, I even did modeling, and working in the fashion field in Korea was very rich, and that actually led me to launch my own company, SMK, in 2012. I also did some TV show, some designer survival program called Top Designer. And I didn't speak Korean at all at that time, so it was very challenging, but that was a very unique experience. I always find myself full of motivation here. I really feel it's possible to move mountains, and I actually learned a lot about my job in Korea. For example, like product-wise, the reach of perfection is something really important for Korean customers. And I also met my husband here. So cultural differences are actually way bigger than what we thought at the beginning, but that's also what makes a relationship like fuller and richer, yeah. The energy of Seoul is just so amazing and it's so contagious. I feel like, I don't know, I feel always full of energy here, and it actually keeps the motivation running. And you can meet so many type of people, like so many different profiles coming from everywhere in the world, and they all have so many to teach you actually. I learned a lot from all the people I met in Korea. Something really remarkable about Korea is actually the quick update and quick evolution in every field. You really need to keep yourself updated on everything because this goes so fast here. And actually this is very exciting, and it makes you keep wanting to be creative and to go higher with your own business. Thank you so much for watching my little video, and I definitely hope that more French students or French entrepreneurs can come to Korea and build some great business here.
Hello, my name is Younes ER RAJFI. I am 27-year-old and I work in the field of luxury. More specifically, I'm a business development director at LBI Group based in Seoul, and I'm in charge of all the headhunting and talent acquisition activities of the company. So I first came to Korea in 2013 as an exchange student at Konkuk University, and then I came back in 2016 also as an exchange student to finish my studies at Ewha University. And ever since, I enjoyed every second of my life in Korea. The reasons why I came to Korea in the first time was that I was pretty much attracted by the dynamism of Korea. And after my first trip here, I really wanted to come back and try to have my first professional experience, which I had the chance to have in 2016. After more than 5 years spent in Korea, I believe that the dynamism of the country and its population is probably one of the reasons why I'm really comfortable to live here and why I'm looking forward to many more years in Korea. To tell you a bit more about my professional experience, as a business development director, my main mission is to develop opportunities and to create a network for which we are going to provide talent acquisition or headhunting services. So every day we have basically to build our network, meet new people, listen to their stories, help them to create their career plan, and at the same time we need to deal with our clients in order to really grasp and understand their needs, their strategic needs in order to grow on the Korean market. I have always been amazed by the level of respect and the level of education that we could see in the Korean society. And I believe that those elements are also some of the reasons why I'm quite happy to live here. There is also one thing, which is the creativity of the population. It shows in the fashion, it shows in the music, it shows in the movies. I really believe that the culture scene in Korea is very, very vibrant, and this is a quite exciting time to be here in Seoul and in Korea. Another important element of my life in Korea is sports. So I've been playing football since I'm a little kid, and I have to say that Koreans are really good at football. I have played against very, very, very good players here, And you can tell that there is a real passion for football, and I think this is something quite enjoyable for me. And another sport that I have recently discovered in Korea is golf. So I've played golf because it also helps me for networking, so for work. And I have discovered a whole new perspective, a whole new way of doing business, which I find really interesting. In conclusion, my experience in Korea has been pretty much amazing. I am lucky to experience everything that I have experienced in this country. It is definitely something that I would recommend to young French or to anyone basically who would like to come to Korea. 감사합니다. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Marguerite, I'm 21 and I have been living in Seoul for the past 6 months working in the field of digital advertising. My interest in Korea began when I was 14. I discovered Korean cinema by chance and I really loved it. So I decided to discover more about different aspects of the culture, especially the language. I have been learning Korean since high school, but I am still far from being fluent. So when I entered HEC Paris for my Master in Management in 2018, I knew that I had the opportunity to do a semester abroad, so I immediately decided to go to Seoul National University. And this experience was great for me because I got to take classes in Korean popular culture and cinema, which are topics that I am passionate about and that are a true inspiration for all creative industries worldwide, as proven by the recent example of Parasite. And I also loved experiencing life in Seoul and really discovering the culture more in depth and feeling the fast-changing environment of Korea around me and its drive towards innovation. And this is what made me want to come back here for a professional experience. And I was lucky to find an internship at Asians, which is a company specialized in digital transformation for global brands in Korea. And while working there, I had a really great mission, which was working on a research report on Korean luxury consumers. And it was especially interesting for me because I had a similar experience during my first internship in France, and I could compare the results for both research reports, and I really found that Korean consumers had implemented technologies in their daily lives that were still like unusual novelties for European audiences. And this is why I feel like having the chance to work in marketing in Korea is especially insightful for anyone who wants to have a career in that field. 감사합니다.